Question, tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds.
If I had a husband, would I be here by myself?
When I'm feeling lonely, when it's all over, please get up and leave. Question, tell me how you feel about this. Try to control me, boy, you get dismissed. Pay my own condo and I pay my own bills.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal, and today I have a video that I am so excited to be making. But before we get into the video, I would love if you take time to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. So y'all, today we are doing my redecorating vlog, and I am so excited. If you don't know, I purchased my first home 5 years ago, which, saying that out loud, feels so crazy. Like, I have owned a home for 5 years by myself. Like, what? It's crazy. With that being said, all the furniture in like my living room and my dining room, y'all, was my furniture from college. Okay? That furniture went from my senior year of college with me back to Houston in a storage unit when I lived at home with my aunt, stacking my money, to my first apartment, then to my first luxury apartment, then to my first home. Like, baby, that furniture went through the journey with me. And frankly, I was holding on to it, okay? I moved into this house with that furniture because my first priority and my only priority was making sure that I could pay a mortgage, taxes, and HOA comfortably, okay? I did not fall for the trap that they try to have people fall for, where you go when you get a new house, so you think you need to buy all new furniture to furnish this house. While that is a blessing and that's wonderful when people can do that, the reality is that for most of us, that would like have you saving for a whole nother year, you know? So step one was that, y'all, I hired an interior decorator. I hired an interior decorator. One thing about me is that I'm eclectic. I am a true eclectic Virgo. We like a little bit of this, we like a little bit of that, and that is me to a T. With decorating my home and with making such a big transition, because I was going down to scratch, I wanted to make sure that I really had a curated space, and so I just could not be trusted to do it on my own. So of course I went to where you go for all your research nowadays, and that is TikTok. And I just typed in virtual interior decorators, and I found quite a few. I found about 5, and I emailed with them and like did the consultation, like the initial consultation, to kind of get their visions and stuff. But who really spoke to me was Taylor from Branched Interiors, and I'm just so grateful that I found Taylor, and I'm super excited because she's also giving me a discount code or promotion to provide to y'all. I'll have her information as well as the discount detail in the description box. And this is not a sponsored video or anything, y'all. I just really enjoyed working with her. She is a one-woman show. This is actually like her, you know, her passion project of starting this interior design firm, and so I really want to help promote her if I can, because she really did a great job for me. Now, I picked Taylor for several reasons. First of all, just to keep it real, was the cost. Taylor was very affordable, specifically because she does 2D and 3D, and that is major. A lot of people will not do 2D, and what that basically means is that Taylor took my hardwood floor color, she took my wall color, and then she put furniture so that I could get a true visual of it. Another thing is that she was very receptive to feedback, which I could tell from our initial consultation. She was like, yeah, if you don't like something, you just let me know. She also said that she did not have any issue answering questions along the process. So I wasn't going to pay her, get this PDF file, and then she disappeared. No, she was like responding, giving me feedback, giving me details. So I'm really glad I picked her. Now, the first step that Taylor had me do to officially start the process was, one, I gave her a budget. My budget initially, y'all, for the dining room was $3,000 or $2,000, and then for the living room, I think I said like $5,000 to $7,000. Did I stick to that? I feel like I did pretty much. And then the second thing was to go ahead and send her photos. And the last thing was to make a Pinterest board. So I sent her photos of my space, and as y'all can see in these photos, y'all, my house was giving trap house, baby. Like, why do I have a lamp with no lampshade? What? Like, just terrible. A lamp with no lampshade, not a throw pillow in sight, didn't have a rug on the floor because the rug, I had a dog that was potty training and it was a mess. I mean, it was just full-fledged, like, this is giving trap house of the 10th degree. But I sent her those photos and I made my Pinterest board. I'm gonna insert some scrolling of this Pinterest board just so y'all can understand. When I say I'm eclectic, like I'm all over the place. This Pinterest board had modern organic, it had maximalism, it had Regency, all types of vibes. And it's like, girl, which one are you? Mid-century, like it just had everything in it. It just further proved my point that like I need to make sure that I hired a decorator. I sent Taylor all this information, and then within the week she came back, y'all, with my 2D mock-up. And this is what she sent me for the 2D mock-up. It is beautiful. Right away I was like, I love it. This is like the vibe I'm going for. I love it, love it, love it. After I got the 3D rendering, I went ahead and I started with donating my old furniture. I wanted to find somewhere to donate it to because I know that like it was pretty decent quality. By no means was it great. I just didn't want it to go to the landfill and then not to maybe be a blessing to somebody else, for even if it's just for a little while. So I found a donation company that came and picked it up. This is when I was like, I'm kind of insane because I donated all my furniture, didn't have no other furniture. The next step after that was furniture shopping, y'all, and I was so excited to do this. One of my requirements when I spoke to Taylor was that I needed for the living room sofa to be in a store in Houston that I could go into and sit on. I purchased a couch for my office off of Wayfair, and I just personally ended up getting the couch. As much as it's a beautiful couch aesthetic wise, when I sat on it after purchasing it, I'm like, this couch is not that comfortable. It was really important to me that I be able to go in person, and Taylor totally understood what I was saying, and she made sure that the couches that she listed were all from local furniture stores. I ended up going to Living Spaces because that's the couch that I liked the most, and also was like most budget friendly for what I wanted to spend. Initially I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a couch from Restoration Hardware because I deserve it, because I'm that girl. And then I thought about, I'm like, girl, for this Restoration Hardware couch you can decorate the whole house. Like you can decorate the whole living room just off the cost of the couch. So I went to Living Spaces. Hey y'all, so I just made it to the furniture store. I am looking for the couch. Just here looking at the different options. I came to Living Spaces because it's like a step above Ashley Furniture, but not like a Restoration Hardware in my mind at least. They have pretty trendy stuff and it's cute. Okay y'all, this is the one I came in to look at. It's the Kennedy, and it actually has a recliner seats, which is kind of weird, but maybe I'm into it, I don't know. But it's fabric recliner, and this is what it looks like. And it is modular, so right now I'm about to just sit on it, see how I feel about it, get the measurements and stuff, and then we'll see. I also like this one. It's similar, it's also a recliner. This is the one I'm gonna get. I don't know though. I'm just too indecisive, I need time. I ended up sitting on the couch that she suggested, and I absolutely loved it, y'all. It was perfect, but because I am indecisive, I was like, I cannot commit to this couch today. I have to go home and think about it. So I went home, and what I did was the blue tape method on my floor of the couch measurements. This couch that I'm getting is definitely a little bit larger than my space probably, but I don't care. I'm getting the couch, okay? So I'm gonna blue tape that just so that we can see how it's gonna look and give us an idea of what space we'll have left. So let's get into it. Because I do have a smaller living room, so I really wanted to make sure that my living room was not overpowered by the couch. Now this couch is big, so it was cutting it close, but once I put the blue tape down, I did feel confident that it was going to be fine, and I went ahead and ordered it. But y'all, when I went to go order the couch, tell me why it was out of stock. It was out of stock. So then I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I call my friend panicking, and thank God for all my type A friends, because she's like, girl, you better call them and tell them that you want to order the couch. She's like, call. And so that is exactly what I did. I called, and sure enough, baby, that couch, I was able to get my couch ordered. The next step was getting my chandelier installed. I, of course, used TaskRabbit. All right, y'all, it's several hours later, and the chandelier has got it installed. I love it. I can't believe I got this chandelier for $200 on Amazon. I also think it's a really good height. Some might say it's too low, but I don't think so. But anyway, let me show y'all. Isn't that just so perfect. I think it's so cute. And the table's gonna be right here, so nobody will be walking under it. Like, the table's gonna go literally right here. But it's perfect. And after he was done installing the chandelier, I started on my first DIY project I've ever done in this house, y'all. And that is a accent wall. Taylor told me, you know, that she definitely wanted for me in the dining room nook to add a little bit of pop. And she was like, you know, do you think you could do a beadboard wall? Now, of course, I say yes, knowing like, girl, I don't even know what really beadboard is. But she sent me a whole bunch of YouTube videos and like blogs explaining how to do it. And I took those and I ran with it. Next, y'all, is I'm going to go ahead and measure. I want to put beadboard back here and wallpaper. So I need to measure where I want the beadboard to stop and where I want the wallpaper to begin. I haven't picked out colors or wallpaper, but I need to go ahead and measure so that I can have an idea. So she's giving a woman who's in her DIY bag, okay? I already have some blue marks on the wall, y'all. That's furniture marks. I wanted to make sure I kind of knew where I wanted it to be. Okay, 57. We have that all measured. I feel good about it. I think I'm gonna do the height of 55 for the beadboard, and then above the 55 I'll do wallpaper, and then the width is 75. So we should be good to go. Tomorrow we're gonna go to Lowe's in the morning and go ahead and get our beadboard. Hopefully they'll cut it for me, because supposedly they have bad attitudes in there. Okay, y'all, so I am getting ready to go into Lowe's to go get the beadboard. This is my second attempt. Y'all know Home Depot was a fail, but now we're gonna try to Lowe's. Last time I was at Lowe's, I know that they did have it, so hopefully this goes well. I also hope that I can just be confident in asking them to cut it for me. I feel like that's one thing people don't talk about enough, is like DIY girlies, about like building the confidence to go into kind of these male-centered spaces and ask for things and request things where you're not really 100% sure what you're asking for. But I have my measurements and everything, so I should be able to go in there confidently, ask for my measurements, and get it done. But yeah, let's do it, y'all. I am a DIY girl. I can do this. Okay guys, so I went into Home Depot, worked up the courage. I go find the beadboard, I load it onto the thing, as y'all saw me do right now. I load it on, I stop somebody, I'm like, hey, where can I get this cut? He's like, oh, we don't cut this anymore. And I'm like, okay, I Googled online, and online it says that y'all cut it as recently as like this month, that y'all will cut beadboard. He's like, oh no, we don't cut it anymore. We don't cut plywood. Y'all, I'm taking it in, right? Keep in mind I lifted those heavy boards by myself, but I'm taking it in. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then what sets me over the edge is he's like, and so then I ask him, I'm like, okay, well, what kind of saw can I use to cut it? You know, what kind of saw can I use to cut it? And he's like, oh, something saw. And I'm like, okay, where are they? And he's like, you don't have a husband? Do you have a husband? You don't have a husband? And I'm in my head, y'all, I know I snapped on him because his facial reaction, and not even snapped, but I know I was like passionate, or like, I know that he could tell that my reaction was kind of like snippy, because I'm like, if I had a husband, would I be here by myself? Like, it's just me, you know, it's just me. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It's just like, if I had a husband, would I be at Home Depot asking two random men which saw I need to cut this. Would I be at Home Depot by myself trying to figure out how to fit this into a Honda? No, I wouldn't, because I would have a husband. It just like made me, like, that just set me over the edge after he said that, because I was already sweating from lifting up the stuff. It just set me over the edge. And I know he probably was like, and I tried my best to be polite. I was like, no, it's just me, just me. Don't have a husband. I was like, don't have a husband, just me. I'm a DIY girly. Like, but in my head, I was like snapping, you know? It just, so anywho, it was a fail. I'm gonna try to find some local places. Maybe, I don't wanna pay TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit is so fucking expensive for like stuff like this, but I might try to see if there's a TaskRabbit that can put a beadboard and just pay the money for it. Because at this point, I wanted it to be like a little fun DIY project I did, but let me just pay because I can't deal with the stress. I just wanted to give y'all an update. I'll come back when I have an update on what we're gonna do to get the beadboard up. This beadboard wall was such a process, y'all, trying to get the beadboard cut. But once I got it cut, we got into the real nitty gritty. Okay, y'all, I know I measured, so these should be correct. Let's see. Okay, I think it's gonna fit. It should fit. I went ahead, and the way that I ended up installing the beadboard on my wall is I did not want to buy a nail gun because they are pretty expensive, and I just didn't think it would get that much use. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I might get one now after the fact because I do think like I could use it in other projects and other things that I want to do in the house. But I didn't want to buy a nail gun, so I actually installed my beadboard with command strips. I just took command strips and put it on the back. I put 4, you know, 1 in each corner of the beadboard, and then put them on the wall, and that's how I installed the beadboard. After I did that with the command strips, I did go in with a nail and a hammer and just nail it in different places, y'all. This did not take too long. It was a super quick little project. It took way longer to try to get it, to be honest, but putting it up was not bad. What did get tricky, y'all, is that I have an outlet in that wall that I was doing the accent wall on. I saw a really good tip on TikTok that you put toothpaste on the outlet covering and in the 4 corners, and that allows, and then you press whatever you're trying to install against it. I did that. It worked great. Just a jigsaw, because you have to cut out the space where your outlet is, and so all the videos I saw said use a jigsaw to do it. So I got me one. It was only $20 or like $29. Not bad. I don't know what else I'll use it for, but honestly, I might return it just to keep it all the way real, which I know some might say is trifling. But even the man at the store suggested I just go ahead and return it. So I've never used it before. Insert the shank of this. So, oh my gosh, y'all know this being called a shank. Insert the shank into the saw as far as it will go. My problem is I don't know which way the saw is supposed to face. Oh, it's supposed to face out. Okay. So yeah. Oh, y'all. Child. The way I really truly just be doing stuff, it's really just no words for me. Okay, guys, I'm about to pause, watch some TikTok videos, and see how to, oh my God, y'all, see? And see how to use it, and we'll be back. Getting ready to use the jigsaw for the first time. Before we get into it, I have to give a lot of disclaimers. Number 1, this is my first time ever using a real power tool. Of course, I've used like a power drill, but that's it. Number 2, I am sure I'm doing 99% of this wrong. I'm very aware that I'm probably not doing this right, because literally I'm doing this in my kitchen, over my kitchen sink. Like, that's my woodworking board that I'm using or whatever, my woodworking table, because I'm like, okay, I need something that has a hole in it. So I know this is probably not right, but don't follow anything that I'm doing. If me using that jigsaw, I'm so proud of myself that I did not lose a finger. Like, just unhinged behavior. I used the jigsaw over my kitchen sink. What was I thinking? But it ended up working, ended up getting the job done, so I'm not complaining. So I went downstairs real quick to turn off all my electrical upstairs, because what I'm about to do right now is something called an outlet extender. Basically, whenever you do a wall accent, sometimes your outlets are going to be too far back, and so it won't look good. So you have to use a wall extender, an outlet extender, to make sure that your outlet looks good. It looks like my hole may be too big, but if it is, I'm gonna just get a bigger outlet plate. Like, I'm not buying a new board. I went through so much for this one. Like, we're gonna make it work. But yeah, that's what I'm about to do right now, and then we will see how it goes. I mean, we're just learning as we go, y'all. But I use that jig cutter or jigsaw or whatever it's called. Oh my God, did I just feel a shock? A surge? Did I just feel a surge, or am I fucking tripping? Okay. Okay, y'all, sorry it's dark, but I think we did it. We did it. We freaking did it. Once I was done installing all of the panels, initially in my head, guys, I was gonna do the beadboard, then I was gonna do a little shelf so that I could put stuff on the shelf. Guys, my dumb ass tried to do the shelf while it was on the wall. Why did I hit myself in the head with a big old 2x4? I didn't get footage of that. If I did, y'all know I would have included it, because y'all know I love to give y'all the the story, but I hit my head in the 2x4. So then after that I was like, baby, screw the shelf, screw the shelf. So I just did like the little top framing just to kind of clean it up a little bit, make it look nice. So y'all, this is 75 inches, right? Because that's what the wall's supposed to be. This is basically almost perfect. I think the wall is actually like 77 inches, but it's hard to measure when there's like corners. I don't know how people do that. Anyway, this at 75 inches is basically perfect. It goes way further than the beadboard. So I don't know what happened with the beadboard, but whatever. Anywho, I have this, and I'm about to go ahead and nail this up so that we can start the shelf. I'm a little worried about the shelf, that it's gonna be too low when people sit. But if anything, I'll just leave a little space between this wall and my like sitting banquette that I got, so that it can, you know, be fine. And so people don't hit their heads. But yeah, let's do it. Oh, okay, yeah. We're just gonna leave that up there, and I have to get my 2-inch nails, and yeah. So guys, I know a lot of people would say like, oh, why aren't you using wood glue? From all, or like adhesive glue, from all the videos I saw that people use glue, when it was time to take the stuff off their wall was so messed up. Like, I don't have time for that. Like the wall, like the paint was off, some of the like plastering was off. I'm not trying to have that happen. Even though I own my house, I definitely want to be able to like take this off and it be some holes and that be it. Cause I might change my mind, you know? So that's why I'm not using adhesive. I'm about to caulk now. I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking at it, I hate it. I think it looks so bad. But I've come this far, I'm gonna at least finish it out and paint it. And if I still hate it after I paint it, I'm gonna just take it off the wall. But yeah, right now I hate it. I just think it looks really bad. It looks very DIY-ish, but I'm hoping that like the caulking, they keep saying trying to fill in the nail holes, but I don't understand what they're talking about because my nails are not flush to the beadboard. Maybe that's what the nail gun is for, and maybe that's why I needed the nail gun, so that I would be like inside the wood. Because right now it's like you can see these nails, there's no way to cover them. But whatever, I'm gonna just try to paint over them, and maybe I should got a nail gun. So yeah, just right now I'm gonna caulk so that tomorrow morning we can paint and we can just. If y'all can't tell, this is my first time ever caulking, okay, baby? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Ugh. Now, after I did the framing, I was like, okay, you know what would really set this wall off? Because it was looking kind of bored. I was like, with some peel and stick wallpaper. again, I'm indecisive. So I'm on the internet looking at all these different peel and sticks. Like, I don't want it to be too bold, whatever. I ended up getting a very like simplistic peel and stick wallpaper, and it was also my first time ever doing this too. I've never done peel and stick before, but I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos, and once I got into my groove, it was super simple to do. Now on my dining nook wall, there are 2 small windows, so I really had to get into my bag because you have to do, you know, frame the window. But it was super easy to do, I will say. Like, I have no complaints about that. My only thing now with this peel and stick is that I'm like, I wish I would have got a bolder print, which isn't that funny. Like, I was like, oh, I don't want it to be too bold. And then I put it up and like, you could barely tell it's there. It's like too subtle. So I'll probably change that. And after I was done with the peel and stick, it was time to pick out my paint color. So I went to Lowe's. Now, Taylor did give me a paint color, but again, she's like, you know, it's your house. Do whatever you like. So I go to Lowe's at Home Depot. I pull all these paint colors. I'm looking. I'm like, I don't know. Baby, I ended up picking the color Taylor suggested, which is linked in the description, but I believe it's called like Broadway. So cute. Loved it. So I painted my beadboard. It did take 2 coats. I don't know why these paint companies lie and say it's 1 coat. Let me know if you've ever only done 1 coat of paint. Because the way I was like, baby, this is going to be 2 coats. Like, who makes 1 coat paint? But they all lie and say you only need 1 coat. So I got that done. And I painted it. Hey, y'all. So it is another day of redecorating. Tomorrow, the furniture is getting delivered, guys. I'm so freaking excited. I did capture myself realizing it, but just in case I forgot to mention it, I was able to move the furniture up from the 29th of the month to the 3rd of the month, y'all. So I was able to move it up 26 days. Like, what? So your girl will have a couch tomorrow, and I was able to move the rug. I was so nervous because it's supposed to get here tomorrow as well. Well, really, it was supposed to get here Friday. It's supposed to get here 2 days after the furniture gets delivered, but then they moved it up and we're like, oh, it'll get there Wednesday, which is the same day as the furniture. And then they moved it up even more today, and we're like, oh, it'll be there by 9:30 p.m. So that's such a blessing because I really wanted to be able to have my rug laid down, and when they come in here, they place the furniture on top of the rug. You feel me? Because I don't want to have to be stressed about it. By God's grace, it's happening. So I am so excited. With that being said, I have to spend the rest of tonight cleaning because what? I need to make sure that this space is nice and tight. While I donated my good quality furniture and the stuff that was like good to go, I didn't donate stuff that I knew was like ratty or not gonna last. So I did have to do a lot of cleanup in the living room. I had to take my old entertainment stand down and carry that downstairs. The lamp, just little odds and ends. I had a bar cart. I had to just kind of remove all that from the living area, which did take me a while. Y'all know my living room is upstairs. Like, I have a reverse, like a townhouse vibe. Baby, the amount of steps I got doing this cleaning. I mentioned this in the video, y'all, but I was so excited and blessed that I was able to move my couch delivery up. Praise God. I was able to get it, and I was just so excited. But whenever I was able to order it, they were like, oh, it's gonna take a month for this couch to come in. A month. So I was gonna have no furniture for a month. Me and Oreo, we had some bar stools. Oreo's my dog, by the way. We had some bar stools in a bed. But luckily I called them one day and I was just like, hey, I just wanted to see if I could move my delivery up, and they had just got a restock in and I was able to move it up. That's why closed mouths don't get fed, so definitely ask. So I asked, and with that being said, because I was able to move things up, then I was worried because my rug, I had ordered my rug super late because again, me being indecisive, I didn't want to commit to the rug. So, you know, ideally what would happen is that your rug is there before your couch is there, so that you can have the rug down, and then when the couch comes, you know, it just makes life easier. At this point I was panicked because I'm like, well, the rug's not going to be here. I'm going to have to like lift this heavy couch and try to whatever. But luckily, let me see, it's a little, the lighting's a little off, but it looks so good in this space. I just see it all coming together. Really quick, I'm about to scotch guard the rug because obviously it's a cream rug. We want to try our best to protect it. So I have all the windows open. The next day was furniture delivery day, so my couch got dropped off by Living Space. Y'all, we have a couch. Don't mind my dog, he's scared of the couch. Very on brand for him, but let me show y'all. I'm so excited. Hold on. It's huge. Some might even say it's too big for the space. I don't agree. I think it's perfect. If anything, I think I should have went a size up in the rug. Right away, guys, I went to Scotch Guarding. If you don't know, Scotch Guarding is key. To be honest, I wish I would have got it professionally done, but I just DIY'd it myself with the Scotch Guard spray. So now, guys, I'm gonna just put together the 2 chairs that I've had in the garage for like at least 2 months now, so that we can kind of finish this thing out. And this dining room table is huge. I did not realize how big a 48 table is. It's a very, very large, but it's all good. I'm grateful to have it. And this room, the nook, the dining nook, I have to have more faith and vision because it is such a small space and it's kind of like awkwardly shaped. So you have to just really like trust the process, but I'm trusting it and I know that it's going to all come together once it's all said and done. Now, the banquette in the banquette in the dining room table came from Crate & Barrel. But my 2 chairs that I got to fill out the table came from West Elm. So I had to, I'm sorry, not West Elm. They came from Wayfair. So I had to put those together myself. And they were super simple to put together. I really love the chairs because the chairs have a very unique flair. They're not your traditional chair, I feel like. They just have like a very unique shape and I really enjoy them. Now, I was joking with my friend, baby, because they are for the slim and trim because they have like sides to them. And so it's not the widest chair, baby. After all that was done, then it was time to get to the fun stuff, which is like decor. Now, in the rendering the tailor gave me, she did not give me curtains, but I knew that I wanted to install some. And y'all, I honestly found the plug on Amazon for curtains. My curtains are 102 inches long and they are such good quality. They're like a really pretty linen pleated curtain. I will have those linked below. This is the rod I got. It's just a black basic rod, but then my curtains came with this one. It's plastic and I ordered these that are metal. I'm trying to decide, do I return the metal ones and just keep the plastic ones because, you know, they look cute or whatever. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to use because obviously I want to pick the right one. Okay, let me see. So this one goes like that, and then this one goes like that. So I mean, they both I'm torn. I don't know. Do we like the chunky? This one doesn't look like it's holding it up as good though, I will say. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. I wonder which one am I gonna use? That's the $1 million question. I don't know. TBD. But I have to decide like right now because I'm gonna try to hook them all too, so that he doesn't have to do it. To save time, baby, because I got $100 for tomorrow, okay? I got $100 worth of home improvement. So he got 2 hours. So I need to make the money count. Dining room table, I got the Willy coffee table from Crate & Barrel, and one of the big complaints on Crate & Barrel is that the coffee table, because it is white and it's like white concrete, is that it gets stained a lot, and like you'll put down a cup and then the cup stain would be there, whatever. So I researched, and a guy in the comment sections or a girl had said like all you need to do is put a concrete sealant on the table. So I definitely went to Lowe's and I purchased that and did my table all with that to just protect it, which makes sense. It's untreated concrete or like unprotected concrete, so you know it gets water stains, it gets makeup stains, whatever. I did that and so glad I did it because the table has had no issues. To an end on this decor journey, and when I say coming to an end, I mean that we pretty much have like all the essentials. Today we're putting up the last piece of big furniture. and I'm so excited. I want to give y'all some updates that have happened since I picked up the camera. Okay, yeah. The biggest change, guys, is this. We now have the TV mounted and then our floating shelves. I will give y'all a better view of that later when we're decorating it, but I'm so happy with how the floating shelves turned out. When it comes to decor shopping for accent pieces, I was in every single Home Goods, Hobby Lobby, At Home, in the city of Houston, baby. I hit every single Home Goods in the city of Houston, for real, for real. I'm not being dramatic. Like, every lunch break that I was in the office, I would go to Home Goods and be shopping. So I had an abundance of decor pieces, and I found some amazing ones. When it got time to do the decor, which is of course the fun part, I just put them all on the dining room table, what I had to work with, and then I slowly went around the space and tried out things in different places. For coffee table books, guys, if you have a half price books in your city, I would definitely suggest that or the Goodwill, because I was able to get 4 coffee table books or 5 coffee table books for $70, which is great. And actually, I think I got them for $60, which is amazing. And they're actually coffee table books that I really enjoyed. So I went around, all around, like, looking for pieces. I'm going to insert a little bit of the haul that I did for y'all. But y'all, baby, I was shopping everywhere. Like, it's really, the shopping went crazy. And now I've had to, like, wean myself off of going to Home Goods because I got it so used to doing it for like a month. I was just constantly at Home Goods, constantly at Home Goods, constantly at Hobby Lobby. And now I can't do that anymore because I don't have anything else to decorate. Well, I do, but, like, obviously, you know, you have to budget, so kind of sucks, but whatever. Now, I know you might be waiting to see the final product, but you're gonna have to come back on Friday, y'all, for the official living room and dining room tour. I am so excited to share the final space with y'all because it really did come together so well. Like, compared to the before and after, y'all are gonna be shook. And I just cannot wait to share it with y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was interesting. Again, I do have Taylor's information from Branched Interiors down below. I cannot speak highly enough about her. She really did her thing, okay? She helped me so much. And if you have a space that you're wanting to recreate, definitely consider working with her. Again, this is not sponsored, but I really do think she's an amazing decorator. I cannot wait to work with her on my future home, which I will be buying soon, I'm sure, because I'm manifesting it. Okay, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Y'all know I love to yap in those comments, baby. But don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see y'all on Friday. Bye.
Question, tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring your celly when I'm feeling lonely.